Hello everybody and welcome back to HeMakesMePlay, where I, Marius, make other people play video games because I'm blind. I cannot see the games, but they can. And we're playing Disco Elysium again. Hey Vincent.
Hey Marius.
Yeah, it's always me and Vincent back in Ravochol.
Yeah.
Or Rashoval, I can never remember.
You know what we can do? I just remembered. We have this one character that actually knows how to how the city is supposed to sound, so we can.
What, Kim?
No, there was this. I think it's just called racist or something racist.
Oh, the racist?
Yeah.
The cab driver or whatever? No, not cab, but there was this guy.
Yeah.
Did he actually say the name of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We can just go back to that guy if we really want to know,
Yeah.
I guess.
Or we
But,
could just,
yeah. Please.
once we go back there, we could cut out that part and just play it. Anyway, continue.
We
please.
have means to find this out,
Mhm.
but let's get back into this because today we're going to peek behind the curtain, finally. Just so, you know, if folks start watching here, we're trying to get a corpse from a tree that's still in the background. But to do that right now and advance the main plot, we need to gather some XP. We need to level up right now. And we've kind of stumbled upon a bunch of little side quests, which are kind of interesting. At least this one is, we found this bookstore where things aren't quite kosher. And we kind of convinced the owner to no longer engage in child labor and have her daughter stand outside the door. But we also figured out that there might be some kind of satanic cult going on in this bookstore. Is that right, Vincent? Did I do a good job summarizing?
I'm not quite sure if it's actually a satanic cult.
That's true. I kind of added that detail.
Yeah, sure.
But it's definitely culty.
Yeah. And now we are supposed to peek behind the curtain. Let's see.
Yeah.
Don't forget to click the orbs around your head. They have surprises. That's the loading screen.
They do. They contain information.
And there we are back in the bookstore.
Yep.
And we have interacted with everything, I believe.
Yes, there's literally only one thing left to do.
Yeah, we see the owner over there, and we now have the curtain.
Do you think we're going to get in trouble?
I-
Technically, we don't have a warrant or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, what happens in real life if you just peek behind a curtain? Like the owner would come and say, "Hell, you're not supposed to be here. Please leave."
I have done that accidentally in places, and
Uh-huh.
people tell me, "Oh, only employees go here."
Yeah,
So that's
I've
probably
also-
what's going to happen here, right?
Accidentally, sure. Let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe Kim will tackle her. Oh yeah, right. We already talked to it. Closed curtains. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you. Well, we have only one option left here. We can pull open the curtain.
Pull it, Vincent.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more. "Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers."
What? I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat that? Pull, pull, pull.
Yeah. Her hand has closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman. I mean,
Your magic will not save you, bookstore owner.
continue. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences.
Who's
It's
saying
too
that?
dangerous. That's still the owner.
Oh, I thought that was one of our skills talking now.
No.
But okay, that doesn't sound like super prohibitive either, though.
I mean-
It's like, oh, do it on your own,
Yeah, but-
responsibility.
Okay, I was not very worried about the owner stopping us. Like, as I
Yeah.
said, right? If you pull it open and she says, "Hey, don't do that, leave, please," that's okay. But now this sounds like there's an actual, like, demon waiting on the other side of
That's
this.
true. But, I mean, we have to find out the truth now.
Yeah.
No way back.
Also, I don't think you mentioned that in the intro. We are sort of trying to lift a curse here from this house. Or
The girl talked about a real curse, not a fake curse. I mean,
Yeah.
she seemed to be sincere about it. But we have not actually seen any evidence of supernatural
No, but
things.
we did have a very weird dialogue with a voice.
That's
somewhere in
true,
the building.
Vincent. Yes, that was on the intercom. There was a ghost-like appearance, or it might have just been. a completely mundane electrical mishap and a misunderstanding.
Possibly.
Let me play the Scully to your Mulder, Vincent.
But I want my ghosts, Marius.
Vincent, we have lollygagged enough. Pull that curtain.
Okay. I click continue once more, and that's an easier success in perception, hearing.
Oh.
She looks away, mumbling, "Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?"
So we're not the first one? Okay.
Apparently. Okay. So we have 3 options here, and then a 4th and the 5th that both say continue, so I'm assuming we can just go through the list.
Yeah.
The first one is, this is about the curse. That's why you're afraid. And that's saying out loud, assuming to the
owner, yeah.
I guess. Yeah, then the next one would be, "Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there." And the third one, "But I sense this place is calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold."
That one might actually resonate with her, I think. But it's also the most bullshitty option. What do you think? I lean towards number 2, actually. It's sort of reasonable.
Yeah.
Or you want to say number 1? That's cool, too.
I mean, I still feel like all of this is possible. Like, we can go through all the options.
True, but I like playing the game with like that attitude of you want to do what your character would do.
Okay, the second one, I'm a police officer. We have used that excuse, I would say, a lot of times now, and it feels like just.
All right, which one do you want to pick?
I'm torn between 1 and 3.
All right, let's go with 1. We can both agree on that one.
Okay. This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid? No, it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. She's almost begging you. Okay. As I said, same options as before.
Well, then 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
"But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold." You do? She grabs her pendant again.
See, it
visibly
resonates.
shaken. Oh, yeah. My God. Even more reasons to not mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
That's a kind of Inland Empire dynamic. It calls you, but it's also dangerous.
Yeah.
Keeps coming up. Okay, I'm guessing, Vincent, that number 2 is still available.
Okay, but isn't that surprising? I expected her to be willing to, how do you say,
bring light into the darkness if
yeah,
it's about woo-woo magic stuff.
Exactly, to work with us all of a sudden. But she's even more reluctant now.
Well, it takes people who are brave, who have courage, or who are slightly insane, like us, to do these things.
I guess so. Okay, so we say, "Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer.
Yeah.
I need to get in there." "Why? It's not like anyone was killed there." She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
That's like a really suspicious thing to
Yeah.
say. Why would you bring that up?
Uh-huh.
Like, you could have said something like, "Oh, why would... It's not like we have anything illegal there." That's weirdly specific. It's like you say, "Oh, hello, officer, I don't carry any drugs. I don't have a joint in my pocket." Also, Vincent, I think it's interesting that indeed you were completely right. You can just click through all the options. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, that this dynamic comes up more often in this game. It's not... The dialogues aren't super branchy all the time.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, I think sometimes the game hints at this kind of dynamic, because in this case we have a 4th and the 5th option, and both of them have continue at the end.
That's true, but I wouldn't mind it if it was really completely obvious, right? Like, what would happen if you actually color-coded branching options and options that will afterwards limit your other options?
Yeah, also I feel like it still has difficulty making it clear whether you are talking to yourself, your skills, or to people outside of yourself. Yeah. And it's also not always the case that it makes clear, hey, this option continues down something else.
Yeah.
And it would stop this dialogue. The other dialogue
I don't think the game would suffer from more clarity in that regard.
Yeah.
But I also understand that this problem emerges because it's trying to do more complex things. right? Like the confusion, who are you talking to? That's because this game allows you to have conversation with your skills,
Mhm.
which is sort of a new thing. Haven't seen that anywhere else, I don't think. And I like it. It's kind of cool. So, okay. I guess there's room for improvement, in my opinion. But, okay, Vincent, what are the two options that are sort of probably branchy?
Well, before that, she continues, actually. So she says, why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go in there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
It's not convincing me.
So yeah, the two options are either I don't care, you can't stop me, I'll open them, or all right, I'll think about it for a while.
Well, I would like to say something not quite so mean and patronizing, but we do have to go in there, so I don't care.
We're a police officer. We have to investigate. Let's go. No! She raises her hand to try and stop you. Please, just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Too late.
Light. Medium success. Lies. Rip them open, we say.
Yeah.
Inland Empire, medium success. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. Yeah, okay, now we have to.
Yeah, we absolutely have to.
Well, we're back to the closed curtains, and we now have the option, rip them apart, this time for real.
Yeah.
It's really giving us a lot of
Yeah,
options.
there's a lot of outs here. That's true.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Simonese warts. Your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I'm sorry, what was that? Simony Swartz? What?
Yeah, Simonese, the Simonese are culture.
Okay. Right. And thwarts?
Warts.
Wart, I see now. Okay, thanks.
And the owner says, I warned you. You are unleashing forces beyond your understanding. And now we can only end. And, okay, we can now go through the curtains. And Kim and his brilliant AI has already done that. Good job, Kim.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes sense because he doesn't believe in any of this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Doesn't seem so dramatic at all.
No. Okay, so, yeah, the description the game gave is pretty good, I think. There are...
Oh, is there stuff to click, Vincent?
Well, there are two green buttons. One is in regards to the covered furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Okay.
Hair dryers.
Yeah, but not these, not the handheld ones,
The
but
blow
ones,
dryers?
no, the ones you would see in a...
in a store. I saw it was in a hairstylist's place.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
big ones.
Okay.
And we can interact with ourselves.
Do you think this used to be a hairstylist place?
I'm thinking, wasn't there something in regards to that when we talked through the doorbell?
Not that I'd remember, but interesting.
Maybe I'm misremembering that.
I don't know.
But it could be, yeah.
Well, let's find out. Click yourself.
Okay, it's a red button, so physical stuff, I think.
Yeah.
No sane person would ever put the head into such machine. Okay, that's a pretty bold statement.
Can you explain this again to me? Is the machine actually there? You mentioned a silhouette of it.
Yeah, actually, the green button was hiding it. It's a chair, and then on top of it, it's a hairdryer.
Oh my god, we have to do it.
We can't actually use it, sadly.
Okay. I wonder why.
Well, because we are insane.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Okay, the second green button, and then there's the door, of course. The second green button is at the back of the room, and it's not that big of a room. There's a picture or a drawing about, I'd say, 3 meters high, and about 1.5, 2 meters wide, of a woman, and mainly her face and her upper body. And there's a green button. I will press.
Must be the woman we talked to on the intercom.
A vaguely androgynous
Androgynous.
Androgynous, exactly. A portrait of a man.
Oh.
Okay. And red button on ourselves. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Okay. So this was a hairdresser store.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, it seems to point in that direction.
Yeah. Also, now that I realized that chair is actually a hairdryer, there are others around the room that are covered, but you can still see the outline. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
More of the same.
I mean, nothing about this is unusual, though. Okay, so this bookstore used to be a hair salon. Big deal.
Yeah, but I think the deal is because now we only have the door, and the door is covered in warts, right?
No one. Like, what do you mean by warts?
Well, in this case, it seems to be like pieces of paper.
Okay.
I can't really make out if there's anything on them. It's just white strips.
Okay.
And I would assume that she thinks that this is the actual threshold.
Yeah, I see.
So this is just a storeroom, and well, let's see.
Yeah.
Can we go through it, or is there an infection? Warded door.
Warded.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Simonese trinkets and charms.
Yeah.
It appears to be locked. Physical instrument, medium success. What if you just break it down?
Yeah, what if, Vincent?
Yeah. Well, we have three options.
Exactly what I was wondering.
Yeah. We have three options. Actually, don't we have like a tool for that?
Yeah. Crowbar.
We could use that. Okay. 3 options. First one, maybe I should break it down, but not before I strategize. ...
Sorry, what? A stretch?
Strategize.
Oh, okay. Wonder where that goes.
Second one, knock on the door. And the third one, pain threshold, challenging 12, break down the door.
Yeah, for that, like, we can exit the dialogue and equip the crowbar, right? We have that. But before that, like, let's knock, because that's always a good idea in, when there's a locked door or something.
Okay. I should also say we have a 42% success chance.
Well, with our luck so far, we should get any support we can.
Yeah, it's a white check, by the way. Okay, knock on the door.
That's very aggressive knocking.
Yeah. And it sounded like the door is not very stable.
No.
But okay. Only an echo. No one is in there.
That's what you think.
Okay, want to strategize?
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Well, apparently we're talking to physical instrument because it says, that's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
True.
Okay, well, do we want to first check our posture or check our surroundings?
Check your posture.
Just looking at ourselves, we look terrible. Anyway, a physical instrument, steady breathing, solid core, you've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door like a battering ram.
Mm-hmm.
We don't look like we're ready.
I wouldn't use my shoulder, just kick the lock. But oh well.
And now we can check our surroundings. The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish.
Barbershop, that's the correct term.
But the path to the door is clear.
You could run.
Yeah.
And kick it. Drop kick the door.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this was helpful. Do we get a plus now? Okay, more.
It continues. Only one option. And what about the door?
Mm-hmm.
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable. What's a carmine layer of dust? Of rust?
I confess I don't know what carmine means.
Me neither. Well, we did get a +1 preparing phase completed. So we are now at 58% chance. I like the fact that you get these +1s from investigating, but that was sort of a pointless, superficial investigation, right? There was no cost to it, not even a possible cost. Anyway, it adds flavor, and that's cool. But now let's see if we can equip a crowbar. Well, let's see indeed.
If that helps.
Okay, we have 3 tools: the chain cutters, not appropriate,
they don't
flashlight, and the pry bar.
Pry bar, yeah. Let's just try.
Let's see if we can also use anything? No, we have 2 items in our...
yeah, we would need anything for pain threshold, right?
yeah. I don't see any minuses, which is good.
Did we have like pills for pain threshold increase?
No. Oh, I just see. We also have to interact with the map of Martinez if we ever get there.
Right.
We haven't done that.
But not right now.
No, we have no pills and 2 items: the fingerless gloves that give a +1 to electrochemistry, and the disco ass blazer for esprit de corps.
All right.
Okay, let's see if the prior does anything. Nope, doesn't change anything.
Well, all right.
Really a shame.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just not, useful for this kind of door. I don't know. Not if he wants to shoulder it open.
I guess, yeah.
But okay, let's just try.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, he's actually doing it.
Awesome.
Oh, that hurt.
But it opened, right?
Well, we lost 1 HP.
That's okay.
It hurt. And we got 5 XP. Woohoo.
Yeah!
And pain threshold. Challenging success. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take 1 more try to break through to the other side.
Oh, 1 more try.
But you've done it.
Can we peek through the crack first?
Well, apparently first Kim wants to say something. The lieutenant stares at you as you stand there, silent and brooding. You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
In fact, Kim, that's exactly what we're thinking about.
Well, thing is, we have 5 options.
Oh, wow.
And all of them begin with smash into the door. And we can smash into the door again, wordless. Smash into the door and shout, fuck the system. Smash into the door and shout, freeze, dirtbags. Smash into the door and shout, hands up, now. And smash into the door and shout, fuck, turds.
See, that's a pointless choice that I absolutely applaud, because it's hilarious, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but this is where you can gather those alignment points, right? Like Superstar Cop.
Yes, so, yeah.
And Sorry Cop, is there a sorry option? Like smash to the door and say, sorry.
That would be hilarious. I wouldn't associate any of the options exactly with a sorry cop, but I don't know.
I don't want to say fuck the system. I don't think that's the kind of cop we're playing. I would consider saying freeze.
Freeze, dirtbags.
Because it might be funny. What if there's an actual ghost?
Oh, yeah. That.
And then, you say something inappropriate to the ghost.
Yeah. I mean, same would work for hands up, now.
Yeah, that's good too. What's your preference? This is a question of style now.
I like freeze dirtbags.
All right, let's go for it.
Let's do it. Oh, going
He's
back.
doing it.
Black screen.
You died.
No, we are in a new room.
Oh.
With gym equipment.
Huh.
And wait, is Kim around here? Oh yeah, he's hiding behind the door. And okay. So we're in a new room.
Yeah.
It's not that large. It seems to be abandoned. There's gym equipment like a punching bag and weights. Also seems to be either. I'm not quite sure, but it seems to me to be below ground, just barely.
Mm-hmm.
There are windows, but they are almost at the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you say there are
bars in front of the windows?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Which is normal.
Yeah. There are things we can interact with here, but also Kim has a speech bubble. So I think we're supposed to talk to him.
But first, is there anything else remarkable? I mean, this is a room full of gym equipment. That's it?
Yeah, basically. And there is what appears to be stairs, but we can't use them at the moment.
Oh, okay. But it might go on. Because gym equipment, honestly, is not very remarkable. It's kind of a letdown if that will be all.
Yeah.
Unless it's like haunted barbells.
I mean, it certainly seems like we are in a part of an abandoned building.
No, for sure. And the music also changed, right? Now we just get ambient sort of noises
Yeah.
instead of the tinkly fairy tale music in the bookstore. But let's see what Kim has to say.
Okay. First off, I'm gonna take off the pry bar because that seems inappropriate.
Yes, true.
And I'm gonna heal ourselves because we are at 4 out of 5 HP.
Well, why not?
Nice.
I mean, if we suddenly take 4 points of damage, then this will have been very, very smart.
Yeah, it's also just my own sense of everything needs to be perfect all the time. So we need to be full health all the time.
Well, if you have the resources, I think it's smart.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk to Kim. Very slowly.
What is this place?
Oh, now he seems interested.
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. And we can say...
No longer so suspicious and doubtful all
Yeah.
the time, huh?
The first option is, it's an adventure. Second one, it's the netherworld beyond the veil.
That's all number one?
No, that's the second option.
Okay.
Third one, looks like a gym to me.
Yeah.
And number 4, no idea, Kim, but my head hurts. My head hurts bad.
Yeah, I want to say number 3.
Okay.
There's nothing adventurous yet. Not
No.
really.
I mean, it's an abandoned building. It's a bit of an adventure.
Well, I guess.
But yeah, okay. Let's be a straight man here. Yes, but no one's been here in ages. He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't
That's
forget
true.
to take it out of your bag before we move on.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, thanks.
I know why we have Kim around.
In an empire, easy success. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
All right.
2 options. First one, what if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Or the second one, let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house.
Number
Nothing
one.
mysterious." Okay. I also realize, I get the feeling that the game tells us through, how do you say that? The marks that tell you whether a character is actually talking or doing something.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. What?
At the beginning and the end of sentences, you sometimes have
Quotation marks.
Yes,
I
exactly.
see. Yeah.
Thank you. And I think that's how the game tells us whether we are talking to a skill or to a character.
Oh, okay.
Or out loud, I should say. I
Yeah.
think. I'm not quite certain that's the case, but in this case, we're talking out loud to Kim.
All right.
So, what if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? And he replies, yes, because it's closed. No need to look
Oh,
for...
Kim, you of little faith.
Yeah.
Did you think a little bit further, Kim? Why is it closed?
Uh-huh.
Clearly, the answer must be ghosts.
Come on, Kim, you're a detective. And he says, no need to look for supernatural explanations where banal
Mundane
one
ones,
will
yeah.
do. Now, let's move on, shall we?
Yep. We agree on that.
Okay.
Flashlight?
Ooh, I can move it with the cursor. It's very cool. Okay.
It's good to have a mouse, huh?
Let's start at the punching bag. That's a green dot. We can
Oh, okay.
talk. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Okay, thanks. Then there are some pictures or posters on the walls.
Okay.
Also a green dot. The poster says Citus Fortis. The rest is worn off.
Is that Latin?
Citius Fortis?
No, Latin is not so good.
I think that's Latin, but I don't know what it says.
Fortis must be about strength,
Yeah.
which makes sense in a gym.
Okay. And then there are like climbing walls, I think. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. Okay, and now we have a ball of some sort, or maybe it's supposed to be a weight.
Maybe a punching ball.
And I would like Kim to not stand in front of it. Thank you, Kim. And he moves. Okay, whatever, Kim. Oh, it's a shot put ball. We can take it.
What ball?
A shot put.
Vincent,
Yeah,
I think we just found the ball.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god! And what an what serendipity! I wouldn't have expected it in this place at all.
No.
For anyone watching, we had an encounter with two old people who were playing a bodja game where you throw balls into sand, and we, like a maniac, threw their ball into the water, and we would probably get XP for returning a new ball to them. So this is great. It was already worth it to break down a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a weight bar as the last item. A barbell. A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. Physical instrument. Trivial success. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
I just lift them for no reason.
Inland Empire. Medium success. Why does it feel so familiar?
Oh, have you been here before? That's a reason to lift it, to reclaim some memory.
Yeah. So two options. The one is the obvious white check. Physical instrument. Legendary 14. Lift the barbell.
What are our chances?
8%. And we have a -1 because our head hurts. Whoops. And the other one is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
Well, we can ask that.
Yeah. No. And that's Inland Empire speaking. No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sounds of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Huh. I like that. What could that be? Maybe a martial arts gym.
Yeah, I'm thinking bruised knee against the mat, maybe wrestling of some sorts.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking of. I mean, as a policeman, maybe you kind of train like that. I don't know. Or it could be some other sport where whistles are included, like soccer or something.
Yeah.
In a hall. I don't know. Yeah, let's just try to lift it.
First, it still says continue, so maybe endurance, easy success. A memory from another life when you were young and fit. Okay. Do we try to lift it? Oh, that's gonna hurt. 8%
It's a long
chance.
shot, but just try it.
I mean, it would be fair after failing so many easy checks to now actually win on a terrible one. But
It's almost 1 in 10. Let's go. No.
oh, we're doing it.
Oh, man.
We still have our fucking gardening gloves on.
That would be hilarious if we take 4 damage now.
No, we took 1 damage.
All right.
Oh, wow, we actually got a 10, so we are pretty close.
We got a what?
We rolled a
XP?
10.
Oh, okay. Sure. Close, but no cigar, Vincent.
Yeah, legendary 14, and we got a 13, so just one more.
Yeah.
Anyway, you managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat.
We could do it, but it's just the equipment is in no condition.
Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. Yeah, I don't know if the equipment is the problem here, Marius.
Oh, well.
Endurance, medium success. Even your body has failed you. It's a miracle you didn't injure yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we can talk to the barbell now. We can say, fuck you, you stupid barbell.
Unnecessary.
Or we can say, seems like I'm a little out of shape.
Yeah, that seems good.
Maybe these gloves just suck. Or third option, whatever, weightlifting is for the intellectually impaired anyway. Or
I disagree.
Or we can say nothing.
No, number 2.
And Kim says, proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip. The lieutenant agrees. Okay. That's how we can retry the white check, I think.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Or we level up. Tough chance. Let's go deeper into the dungeon.
I'm afraid we can't. There, as I said, there is some sort of stairwell, but we can't use it.
Why?
Oh, actually, okay, no, never mind.
You can just walk there?
Yeah, I thought it was an interactable, but it just...
part of the world geometry.
Yeah. And we are up into a hallway. And
up or down?
Yeah, we went up.
Okay.
Just a few steps and into a hallway that is on one side blocked by debris. And we can follow it towards the other side. And there's another room.
So are we now venturing deeper into the building that presumably those doorbells in the street are the doorbells too, right?
Yes.
So it's. I still have trouble imagining this, but is it like a shopping mall or something, like a big business building with lots of stores in it?
I'm not sure exactly because at the moment it's just a lot of
And crazy music, by the way.
yeah. It's white walls. Not. It's just sort of reminds me of a hospital of some sort,
Yeah. Okay.
or maybe more like a workshop. So we finished the corridor that was sort of at the
Yeah.
end in an L shape. So we turned around, went through a door, or not a door, just a doorway, and we are now inside a sort of bigger room.
Okay.
But it's mostly bigger because one of the walls has fallen down.
Okay.
And we are in a hallway, but we can see into a second room that's filled with stuff, and then we can go into. But
Let's go into it.
first, there are in front of us some green buttons I want to investigate. A large demijohn full of strange liquid.
What's a demijohn?
I
What?
have no idea. It seems to be like a large flask.
Okay.
Reminds me of like a gas flask. And then there's a stack of boxes and what seems to be a white bird on top of it.
Oh, like the bird that Guard has?
Yeah, but not perching on something, but this one seems to be a statue of a bird in flight.
Okay.
Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. We can interact with ourselves. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death.
Never thought about it that way.
Yeah. And we follow further into the room. Okay, this is getting creepy. There's like part of a deer that's staring at us.
That's a good trope, like the animal staring at you. I've seen that in horror movies.
Oh yeah. And it's half of a deer that's also like leaned against the wall, just
Yeah.
abandoned.
So it's a good move when you walk around and the heads turn to keep looking at you. That's always a good one.
Yeah, I kind of expect that because
You would, right?
Well,
With the eerie music. Ooh.
yeah. And the next room, I mean, I can't really see that much, but it seems to be like there are some. Like, do you know these wooden, not dolls exactly, but sort of
Mannequins?
mannequins? Yeah, but they are very mobile for like
Clothes mannequins?
yeah, either clothes or used for art.
They might be for puppetry.
Yeah, maybe, but they are human-sized.
Yeah, okay.
But first there's a green dot on the ear. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs. They remind you of blades. Okay, there is like metal behind the deer.
This is like
in the
a
corner.
really random assortment of crap
Yeah.
that people left behind, I guess.
Okay. Now we are inside a bigger room here. So there are some mannequins. One just standing there, another or just leaning against the wall. But we can't interact with them. There are more green buttons. Old office furniture, I'd say, like desks and. I should turn around. Yeah, desks and chairs you would expect in an office, and radiators just thrown in there.
All right.
Just a lot of stuff. And okay, there seems to be some rolls of textiles. More green buttons. Blue velvet, soft to the touch. Moth bitten. That's the velvet on rolls. And then a mannequin without a hat on a desk.
That's the boss mannequin.
A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Okay, we could follow further into that big room, or I would say we, before that, explore the small room that we could were able to look into through the wall.
Okay.
There's also it's a bit weird to interact with. because I can't actually turn the character just by clicking somewhere, but I also have to aim the torch, basically.
Oh, okay. It's really dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so there is a desk, but again, like an artist's desk that is on a not flat, but rather on an incline.
Okay.
On the green button again. Steel rotor blades bearing a Slipstream logo. Okay, they are...
Slipstream!
Yeah.
Vincent, these are the Slipstream offices where we called. I mean, we rang the doorbell too.
Right. But was that the one where...
The ghost came.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember absolutely because just the word slipstream kind of I found interesting. That's why we rang that first. And now I think I know what it means. I mean, they were obviously some kind of aerodynamics company that probably made rotor blades or whatever. That's why that inclined desk is there. That's you know, like a, how would you call that? Like where you make a schematic of some kind of
either architecture or design.
Exactly. And slipstream makes sense because that's talking about like wind tunnels and stuff, right? It's like a stream of wind slippery around the blades and stuff. Everything comes together now. And now it's really interesting because someone actually, you know, answered the doorbell. But clearly no one is living here. So what's going on?
Well, we will find out eventually, I think, hopefully. First, there in this small office, there on this other side of the wall, there are a lot of boxes and another green button. Skis with Slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. There are skis on top of the boxes or drawers.
Okay, so maybe more than aeronautics, but okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think these we can interact with. There are, again, desks. One of them is... we found money in the desk.
Oh, cool.
1.55 real.
That's probably, more than we usually find.
Yeah, another desk and 3.12 real.
Wow, we're really rich.
We have more money than we had ever had.
Yes.
So we can...
It's worth it to pilfer old abandoned offices.
Yeah, we can retire now. Okay, I see we can be... on the side of this bigger room here that we can further explore is another corridor with a way up. But first, there are some schematics here. On the back of the room, there's another box, I think. Oh, it's... okay. It's not... okay. So I thought this was like some form of cupboard or something, but it's actually one of these really old PCs.
Oh, okay.
That's like as big as a cupboard, like 2 meters high and 2 meters wide.
Yeah, like a mainframe.
Exactly, because that's what it's called. Mainframe. We can talk to it.
Cool. Let's do it.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wire framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
This is very Fallout-y, where you're like in a museum and hacking the old computers.
Yeah, very much so. I like it. Hopefully we get a gun. And maybe we counter
maybe our gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Kim says, a radio computer, says the lieutenant. Watching you cycle around the machine. Just sitting here without anyone in sight. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
Well, it's probably... that stuff is valuable, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Also, it's good to have Kim here because he has proven that he's kind of a geek for technology. Remember, he had that weird photographic equipment with the liquids and stuff?
Yeah.
And he was really into it.
And we are not really intelligent, which I would assume would help here, so maybe he can.
He's a great supplement to us.
Yeah, so we can ask, do you think I should turn it on? Or we can just turn on the machine?
Well, let's ask him.
Or we can step away. Okay, let's ask him. We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it. Okay, and that's it. Now we can try turning it on.
Yeah, let's go.
The machine lights up.
Wow.
Like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber.
Those sound effects are great.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to turn on. Very Star Trek-y. Original Star Trek. Yeah, what's going on, Vincent?
This is way more sci-fi than I expected. This is like... what's that movie? Something... Encounter of the Third Kind. This is reminding me of
I
that.
haven't seen it.
Just at the very end. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing Vincent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. Okay, and we can look inside the compartment. We can press play, or we can press
Look.
print. It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left tangling, disconnected.
Maybe you put in like a tape or a cartridge or something and then you play it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also-
You probably have to find it.
I'm surprised, not that it's still working, but that it does have electricity.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was mentioned before, I think.
Yeah. No, yeah, Kim says, this is where the memory should go. The lieutenant notes, observing the machine.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Play or print?
Well, you can try, yeah.
Well, let's try play. Nothing happens. We can try it again. Or just
Print.
print. Nothing happens.
Yeah, you definitely need to find something.
Okay. I want to press play again because it seems to be a new option. I wonder if Kim reacts to that. Nothing happens. Okay, thanks. Well, that's all we can do with it at the moment.
Okay.
It's on, I guess.
There was no option to turn it off. Maybe it's one of those things that turns off automatically.
Yeah. Also, wasn't there something about like a piece of paper being stuck in the printer? I don't know. We can't
don't know.
interact with it further at the moment.
All right.
And okay, we have. Okay, I see a very narrow door and another green button, and then there are two interactables. That one of them appears to be a blackboard of some kinds of, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one seems to be a form of plan.
A schematic.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not quite sure.
Click the green button.
Okay. It's next to the door. Scribbled across a notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe.
What?
What?
These are game studios?
What? I don't think so. Nothing of this says what? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an Easter egg. I don't know.
I mean, it's... The notebook also confuses me because this doesn't seem to be a notebook.
Yeah, where's the notebook, Vincent?
It looks more like a
You talk-
calendar you
Oh, okay.
have up on the wall. I don't know. Okay, blackboard or schematics?
Blackboard.
Oh, we can make interesting shadows with Kim. Okay, this is very irritating because if I point at the flashlight at his head actually doesn't make a shadow. It's just the outline of his head makes a shadow and his glasses.
Sounds like they
Weird.
need to work on their dynamic lighting.
Yeah. So, sorry, blackboard or schematics?
Blackboard.
Blackboard, okay. Project Dreadboard. Your
It's not a blackboard, it's a dreadboard. Because
Yeah.
we're in a haunted, abandoned office.
Okay, just a short description of the blackboard or dreadboard. On the right is also some schematics. Seems to be like, I don't know, like a table of some sort.
Yeah, I bet it's a Kanban board.
A what board?
Kanban, the Japanese management technology. Many software companies use that to manage their workflow.
Okay.
I'm just calling it here. Let's see what it actually is.
In the middle is a very vivid drawing in white chalk on the blackboard of, I would say, an RPG character. It's a male with very long ears
Yes.
and a lot of beard,
Okay.
which doesn't fit very well
No.
together, but anyway. And we can see him from like hip and up,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a sword in his right hand,
Mm-hmm.
and he's in like a he's appears to be sitting, and the sword is in front of him, stuck in the ground. And
Okay.
he holds it.
It's
basically.
an RPG character.
Exactly. And then on the left side there is also, I can't move the flashlight anymore. Okay. There are lots of pictures or notes connected with lines, but also small drawings. Not exactly sthis appears to be like a small drawing of a house and other things that I can't really.
Okay, this is like a
decipher.
storyboard planning kind of thing for that software company, presumably.
Yeah. Okay, so it says Project Dreadboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, and they really try to avoid blackboard, but it's okay. It's okay. Covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. Okay, we can inspect the drawings, inspect the photos, inspect the schedule, and inspect the notes.
Inspect the drawings. This seems like a just click through all the options kind of
Yeah.
thing.
These Lilith pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Velkins. You make out autumnal candle Velkings.
Is Welkins like this world's name for elves, I guess?
Yeah, but elves with beards. Like
Yeah, okay.
lush, long, dwarven beards.
Who knows? Maybe Welkin is an actual folklore thing that I just don't know about.
Could be.
I don't
Seems
know.
vaguely familiar, but I don't
Yeah.
know. You make out autumnal candle Velkings, casting wax-based magic. Okay.
That's cool.
Reminds me of One Piece. There was a character that could create wax.
Oh, okay.
Translucent Velkins with organs shining under their skin, and even other Velkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Oh, sidereal space. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, this game has cool words.
Oh, yeah. Inland Empire, medium success. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
Definitely.
Project Dreadbot. One of the Velkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Oh, there's always a different one.
Yeah, I think that's the giant one I was describing. We can examine the Velkin. This is important. Or we can say, I don't care, step back.
Examine.
Yeah, always the examining kind. It's Varahi Hamira, a high Velkin. His face white and scarred, like cracked marble. This is clearly a Velkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Velkin races will be purged. Okay.
Maybe he's a villain.
The Huldur, the Dragor, the humans, and even the Headless Men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Velkin. Green Velkin, Red Velkin, and the High Velkin to rule them all.
Okay.
The lieutenant can't help but comment. An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Velkin creatures.
That's... I find that interesting because that particular turn of phrase, an inordinate amount of time, is very peculiar, and it has been used at only one point other in this game, which was at the very beginning, where you click through the limbic system and stuff. You know, and you go back to sleep, and it says, oh, an inordinate amount of time passes.
Ah.
I just found that interesting
Huh.
right now.
Yeah, good problem.
It may just be a coincidence.
Maybe that's what we've been doing the last week. We just, every night, we're like, on the day we're drunk and gambling around police officer, and at night we are secret game developer.
Oh, game. Maybe, Vincent, maybe. But okay, what Kim says, something about inordinate time.
Yeah, and we have 4 options to reply. The first one, why would anyone spend so much time on this? The second one, who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
Yeah, okay, more?
Third one, whisper. One of them is a welcome supremacist. And the fourth one, well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Number 2.
So we say, who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. And he replies, this looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Okay,
Okay.
We can run through all the other options.
Yeah, then
Okay.
I don't like 1, I think, right? What does that say?
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Well, I guess you can ask that. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Again, this is one of the moments in this game where I'm not sure if any one of these options will end this dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ask, why would anyone spend so much time on this? And he replies, some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just a game. not just for a game.
Yep.
Okay.
Humans have always done it.
So one of them is a Welkin supremacist. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. The lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. And the last option we have, well, this has all been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
I mean, I do want to point out that this is a very... It seems that the game is commenting on itself very clearly, because that whole theme of racism and supremacy has come quite a bit in this game so far, and here it's now taking a kind of postmodern, reflective meta-commentary route, I guess. And I'm still not quite sure what the entirety of this vision entails, but we'll see.
Now I'm looking forward to actually just coming upon a Welkin randomly.
Do you think so? So far, there has been nothing
so.
explicitly supernatural, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. Apart from the book owner, obviously, or the bookshop owner.
Yeah, but like she's not actually magical.
No, but she thinks that's magical, and that's magical in itself, Marius.
Let's continue.
Okay, so we say, well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins. And Kim says, just look at those details. So much effort. Empathy, medium success. And for what? All gone.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, empathy. Okay, I guess there are more options.
I think that's what he's implying. So empathy is translating what he's wanting to say.
Yeah. Well, I see.
That
was his intention.
Yeah. So we can inspect the photos and inspect the schedule and inspect the notes. So photos it is. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm, animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Do you think this is describing the game that ZA/UM wanted to actually make, but it was too cliche? So they made this game instead, and now they're sort of nostalgically putting the actual game in their game.
Yeah, okay, we can't make this game, but we got the funds to make this game, so we just slide this one in there.
Yeah, and I want to mention at this point that I don't know how to pronounce the developer of this game. Maybe it's Zaum. I've heard that, but it also seems sketchy, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we find an NPC that tells us.
ZA/UM. Anyway, yeah, okay, photos. Anything else?
Encyclopedia is a success. We see that one rarely.
Yeah, we're bad at it.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers. By boreal dwerg, yurts under the snow. Great mammoth-like beasts of burden. What?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastical with technology. It's cool.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize the sentence structure. Okay. Electrochemistry, easy success. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
Escapism.
Yeah.
That's what games are for, I guess.
I guess so. And we're back.
Maybe this chalkboard is trying to teach you about games. It's making a statement about games and what their purpose is.
Yeah, I think this whole thing talks very much to the player and less to the characters in the game, right? Because
they would be completely disinterested. Frankly, I don't see games being a thing in this world because there are no personal computers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they make board games and stuff or something. That might exist.
Yeah. Also, why should... I mean, we haven't really gotten anything from this blackboard or whatever they want to call it that has furthered our police work in any way.
No, but I wasn't expecting that at all. Everything we're doing right now has nothing to do with our police work.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, let's finish off the blackboard. I mean, it's all just so far. It all seems exposition heavy.
Yeah. It finishes the whole arc, if you will. A pinned postcard reads: "The heat death scenario. a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Viral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Viral is...
Must be a planet.
Yeah. I think we encountered that before, but didn't quite know what it is.
Oh, yeah?
Whether it's the continent, or at least that's how I...
Maybe that's our planet here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Next point, inspect the schedule. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and a GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Empathy, challenging success. Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain. We can keep reading or step back.
It sounds like they had a lot of fun at the development studio.
At this one or the one at Zao?
Who knows?
I think that's applicable to both of them.
Yeah.
So keep reading.
Yeah.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. Okay, so they just...
Maybe they went under.
Yeah, failed financially.
They realized that there were no PCs.
Hopefully. We got 5 XP.
Oh, wow.
For, I don't know what.
For wanking.
Yeah.
Cool.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, look like they didn't make it. I guess that's... because
what imagery.
Yeah, we figured out what happened to this abandoned building.
Well, not
piece.
quite. I mean, the game studio seems sort of random in here, because before it was an aeronautics company, and there are also mannequins. Not everything fits. Maybe it's just there were multiple things in here, and everything that goes in here fails. Maybe that's the curse.
Yeah, but it also, I mean, wouldn't you just, if you moved a game studio into a building where a aeronautics company had been, wouldn't you take out all the previous stuff?
No.
Put your stuff? Because
you guys seem to have a weird impression of what kind of people start game studios.
Fair enough.
Do you know, I'm going to mention this, you know where that weird image from Valve comes from, with that guy with the valve in his head? You know, where the valve comes out of his eye?
No, I don't know where that comes
well,
from.
like Valve, when they started their studio, they didn't even have that name, Valve. They just moved into some kind of office, and apparently some kind of photographer or whatever had been in there, and just there was that picture just lying around on one of the tables, and they took it, and not only did they say, oh yeah, let's just call ourselves Valve, no, also we're going to make this weird, bizarre picture, our company logo. That's the kind of people who make games.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
so,
enough.
yeah, no, if there was like rotor blades and mannequins around, you would probably keep them, I think. That makes sense.
Well.
Yeah. Vincent, are we done with the chalkboard?
Not quite. We can inspect the notes.
All right, let's do that.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out. Viral untethered. And heat death of the universe.
These maybe candidates for the name of the game.
Yeah, or at least like subtitles, something like that. Shivers, medium success. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area.
Yeah.
She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Oof.
Okay.
I hope we can lift this curse, Vincent.
I hope so too.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, before we wrap up, I just want to know how far are we away from our goal of leveling up?
That's a very good question. We are so close. We are as close as we can be, Marius.
5 XP left?
95 out of 100.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's cool. So next time we'll continue exploring, I guess, and hopefully level up. I mean,
Yeah.
we could already do that because we have that ball which we can give to those grandpas.
Right, but I mean, we could just explore further.
Yeah, I do want
Why
to
wouldn't
explore
we want
this
to do
place
that?
now. Anyway, we will have a lot to do. I'm excited. I hope you all will be back next time. Thank you, Vincent, for reading so wonderfully again.
Oh, that was my pleasure, absolutely.
Yes, my pleasure too. And follow us on Twitter at makes_play. Leave some comments if you have any suggestions, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.